Good morning, folks. Jim from Salvinos J R Models. Hey, I got something good for you again this week. Last night I was getting ready to leave, go to Bible study with my church, and I look on my front porch and I got a little brown box. So I ran and grabbed it, opened it up real quick, and I got the new Jimmie Johnson kit. Yes, Tina from Tomble sent it to me. Didn't even know those were in production quite yet. The Kyle Bushes, those, I think we've already shipped those. Those may already be a sellout, so check with your dealers, because we don't have them anymore, I don't think. Check with your dealers on those. I don't know how we're doing on the Jimmie Johnsons, but they'll be shipping early next week. So before too much, let's get in and take a look at the box and see what's inside there. Okay, so let's take a look and see what's in here. Gentle pull, gentle pull. There we go. Ooh, that's kind of a nice dark blue. Let's get my scalpel out here. Hey, for you guys, you builders, I know you got to be extra careful with them because they're insanely sharp. But if you make the move from just the number 11 X-Acto to a non-sterile X-Acto or a scalpel blade, these things are a lot sharper. And sometimes you want something to work just a little bit better, and these scalpels work great. You can buy the blades on eBay, handles on eBay. So there we go. It's a really deep. Would that be a royal blue? I don't know. That is a very deep blue. So let's take a look at the box top again. So yeah, it's that nice deep blue, and then you're just going to have it's going to be slightly easier build because you've just got the single color car and then the applications of the decals on there. So okay, so that's cool. And the hood, the dash. Okay. And of course, our tires. Chad has a really good mixture for these tires. They're just a little bit on the squishy side, but not too squishy. Okay, so let's take a look at the parts tree. There's something I'm going to show you. If you haven't seen a video that I did a couple months ago called Oops, if you look on my playlist, there's one called Tips, and there's a video on there from a couple months ago, and it is in regards to this one particular piece. Half of it is. And it's this little guy right here. It is part number 51. Sorry, I had to move that in so I could actually see it. These little triangles, trim about 10 thousandths off of each edge on these points. You can, if you trim a little too much off, no big deal. But trim off of these four sides. The reason being, when you assemble this, that's the cage that goes around the fuel cell. When you assemble these, when I designed it a little bit too tight. I designed it perfect, but it doesn't have any room for any mistakes. Let's put it that way. So trim those off. Give yourself a little fudging room. So when you put this together, the sides of it will go together square, and they will fit plugging into these spots exactly as they need to. In fact, you could even glue these and the top of the fuel cell up against this, and then test fit this till you've got those right. So that will make your life just a little bit easier. It will allow these to fit onto that straight. Also, first step is take this and glue it to the back side of the of the backside firewall. And once you get that glued onto there, then it's set. That is nice and rigid. Then glue those on, that on, then this, and once again trim these faces a little bit. It's not a lot. You don't have to go overboard. You just need to get a little bit off of there. So let's see. Our other stuff in the bag is still our other stuff in the bag. If you've built these kits, shake the bag out. Make sure you don't have any little parts that have fallen off, because sometimes they do, especially the exhaust tips. So there we go. Those look good. The suspension parts look good. Once again, and I've told you before, where is it? This little these are the lower A arms on the back. There's little tiny, I wish they were larger, but little tiny tabs right here with arrows to remind you. These are on the bottom, and that goes towards the front of the car. And that way, because if you get them turned around or twisted or flipped, you're going to have a wonky rear end, and none of us want a wonky rear end, right? Okay, now let's take a look at the decals. Okay, there's the standard black decals. We have a sheet for the Toyota, a sheet for the Ford, and a sheet for the Camaro. So those are standard. Now let's take a look at these. Yeah, those are kind of nice. Those are nice. So those will be, I'm not going to say it's simple, but I'm going to say it's a little more straightforward than well, considering if you think about the Bass Pro Shop, yeah, this is going to be a much simpler kit to decal. So that's those. I always like to, I don't know when I'm ever going to get to, or if I'm ever going to get to building these, but at least I like to keep the decals protected. So there you go, the Jimmie Johnson Carvana Camaro, now available at salvinosjrmodels.com. And I was so excited at the beginning, I forgot to say, hey, this is a partnership between Rick Salvino and myself, and we continue to do our best to bring you the best kits we can. Right now, we've got, like I said, we're shipping the Jimmie Johnson. We're shipping the Jimmie Johnson Carvana car probably next week. And let's see, coming up after that, our kit of the month for the Builders Club, which means they automatically get billed and they automatically get shipped. And next month, it is going to be June. It will be Eric Jones Chevy Camaro with the STP livery. If you watched the race from North Wilkesboro this past weekend, you couldn't help but see that car out there. It was such a beautiful throwback, and then yeah, I don't think it's later on in June. I think July. We're going to have one of our historic cars, and there's Bobby Allison's Buick Regal, his 1983 championship car. So that will be coming soon also. So if you like old cars, if you like new cars, we try to get you taken care of. So those will be out soon. And check with us on Saturday mornings on Facebook also. We do a live show Saturday mornings at 9 o'clock Central on Salvinos J R Models on Facebook. And we've got some exciting, huge news coming up. We're signing contracts right now. But as soon as we get it, we'll let you know, because it's going to be something big for next year. And also, I make some accessory parts for all of the kits. And if you're interested, send me an email, jim@salvino.us, and I'll send you a list of parts, prices, and pictures. So So thanks for spending a few minutes with me today. And once again, Jimmie Johnson Carvana car is available for order, and we got some other pre-orders that'll be up on the page. And being that we only do a limited number of each kit, they sell out, and that's our goal, is to sell everything out so that we can constantly come up with new, fresh packages for you. New cars, new decals, new drivers, and it's all fresh. We're shooting for 4 kits a month, so we're keeping you busy, guys. So thanks again, and see you on Saturday mornings or Tuesday nights if you're in the Builders Club.